So it's been 2 weeks with the Pixel 7 Pro and the Pixel 7, and these phones are amazing. And I thought I would include both of these phones in one video just to kind of make it easier for you guys, as well as give you guys useful information to the average person. You know, not everyone's a tech person, so this is what this video is about. And I should mention, by the way, if you guys are going to be ordering the Pixel 7 or the Pixel 7 Pro, I'll have links down in the description where you can save literally over 50% off of the phones by using the link below. So if you guys are interested, now you know. So let me begin this video by talking about the thing that a lot of people keep asking me, and that's the overheating issues. Now, unfortunately, both of these phones overheat. Just a few days ago, the Pixel 7 Pro overheated when I was trying to record video outside for this video, actually. And it overheated, and it was only 67 degrees outside. By the way, Celsius, here it is. Now, if you guys know, this is not a hot temperature. This is a very chilly temperature. It's chilly, right? It's good enough to go outside, walking, any outdoor activities. That's a pretty damn good temperature. The Pixel 7 Pro, for me, it couldn't handle that for some reason. Now, it's pretty ironic because the Pixel 7, in that same day, in that same test, did not overheat. It's ironic because usually the larger device overheats less because it's a larger device that has more area for the heat to disperse, which is good. So I think Google has figured out a way to do full physics. Don't know. But the Pixel 7 overheats less. Weird. Another thing I noticed that's actually amazing is that these phones are by far the smoothest phones that I've had after launch. I've had no bugs whatsoever. And if you guys know or remember when the Pixel 6 came out, oh boy, that phone was riddled with bugs. It took almost half a year for Google to start to iron them out to the point where the phone actually became useful and not as buggy. So Google, I gotta give good props for that one. The cameras are another thing I love. Both the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro, man, they take fantastic looking images with amazing HDR controlling the highlights and the shadows of the photo. In my opinion, it's one of the best HDRs out there. And the upgraded night mode is definitely appreciated, especially with that G2 sensor, which captures night mode photos much faster than on the Pixel 6. Which is a good thing because with the Pixel 6, if you're taking a night mode photo, you have to hold the phone steady for a longer period of time. And then during that moment of steadiness, if you move it just a little bit, then the photo is going to be ever so slightly blurry. So the faster the night mode shots take, the cleaner that image is going to be. And these phones are champs. I mean, they are really good in night mode photos. The video recording capability of the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro is, in my opinion, the best in any Android phone. I'll repeat that. They are the best. It is shockingly good with amazing stabilization and also HDR that even beats out the iPhone's HDR in video. And that is, that's quite impressive. I mean, Google's HDR is, like I said, man, it is one of the best in the smartphone game. They are incredible. Also, a thing I love about the Pixel phones is, well, first of all, if you guys didn't know, you can actually quickly record a video on the camera tab by just simply clicking and holding the shutter button. But what's interesting is that look how smooth it is. Watch. Boom. It's recording. Now, I say that's smooth because look how it is on the Galaxy. Okay, so here's the Samsung Galaxy Flip 4 with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Now watch what happens. You see? Now, the one thing I don't like about the 7 Pro is the camera bar. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, it looks luxurious. But if you're using this phone without a case, the bottom of the bar, and I'm going to go ahead and put a video up right now, the bottom of the bar will have scratches. Now, I saw this coming. Aluminum is a very soft metal, especially if you polish it, then it becomes very shiny. You're going to see a ton of scratches, so make sure you wear a case on your phone, as you should. But if you're that type of person to rock a phone without a case, well, I got scratches day one, so keep that in mind. It's actually one of the reasons I recommended the Pixel 7 over the Pixel 7 Pro in my comparison video. By the way, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It might make your buying decision a whole lot easier. But the Pixel 7, the normal Pixel 7, the camera bar is not polished. It's still aluminum, but it's not polished aluminum. And honestly, I have no scratches at all. Now, the connectivity, such as call quality and 5G data speeds, are insane. I just took this speed test a few days ago on T-Mobile. I have never in the history of me on T-Mobile, which is 2 years now, I have never had a 5G speed test better than this. Now, maybe it's a coincidence. Sure, I'll give you that. Maybe it is. But what's it matter? These phones are capable of it. If these phones are capable of speeds like that, man, that's a win in my book. So if you guys have had bad data speeds and call connectivity on the Pixel 6 from last year, yeah, you might want to upgrade to the Pixel 7. They really improved it. The displays on both phones are amazing when it comes to outdoor visibility. The Pixel 7 Pro does get ever so slightly brighter by 100 nits over the Pixel 7, but I didn't really notice the difference, and neither will you guys. 100 nits is just too small of a difference to see. You might see it if you're holding both phones side by side, maybe, but no one's doing that. So if you buy the Pixel 7, you're going to have no issues. If you buy the Pixel 7 Pro, you're not going to have any issues. But even when it comes to things like HDR movies, I mean, with that new peak HDR brightness, it's just a pleasure. By the way, I've been watching Better Call Saul, and oh my God, it is better than Breaking Bad, right? Let me know down below if you agree. Now, when it comes to performance, I didn't really notice that big of a difference over the Pixel 6 from last year. But like I said, the main differences are software-based, so user experience, right? So like I said earlier in this video, taking night mode photos much faster this year than last year, stuff like that. But what I also noticed, and this is pretty interesting, is I don't know what Google does with their software, but it seems like the Pixel, like the Tensor G2, we all know it doesn't benchmark as high as the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. But when it comes to real-world use, right, not benchmarks, because those are just BS, everyone knows that. But when it comes to real-world use, the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro are just as smooth as the latest 8 Plus Gen 1. God, these names are annoying. Yeah, 8 Plus Gen 1 phones out there. They're just as smooth, and in fact, sometimes even smoother. These are, in my opinion, just my opinion, don't get mad at me, these are the smoothest Android phones that I've tried, and I've tried a lot. So Google, keep it up, man. Your software is kicking butt. So after 2 weeks, do I recommend these phones? Well, if you guys haven't noticed by now, yeah, especially if you use the links down below, you can save yourself literally like half off. Even more. You can get like a $400 trade-in plus up to a $200 Best Buy gift card if you order. I mean, you're basically stealing these phones at that point. But keep in mind, that's only until the end of October, and that's only until the end of this month. So if you guys want one and you want to save big, you better buy now or very hurry, because that makes sense, right? Very hurry. Long story short, I do recommend these phones, finally, because these are the first Google Pixel phones that I can recommend day one. Usually it takes a few months for them to get better. Now, I mean, like I said, the only downside is overheating, but that doesn't even happen to everyone. That happens to some people. So I can't say if it's going to happen to you, but what I can say is that you can buy it, you can try it out, you can use the hell out of it, make sure it's good for you, and if it is, hey man, you got one of the best Android phones out there. So do you guys have any questions? If you do, drop them down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And that's it. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.